Hello guys, good morning. Anil is the trainer for this course. He has around 15 years of overall SAP experience, wherein since last 7 years he's been working on MDG and currently he's working as a solution architect for MDG with one of the top MNCs. And he's been giving the training on ABAP since last 3 years, and so far he trained around 10 batches on ABAP, and also he provides the internal training on MDG within the organization. He has very good knowledge from both MDG technical and functional perspective. And this entire training is about only the ABAP topics which are required for an MDG consultant, whether you are a MDG functional consultant or a technical or techno-functional, or you are new to SAP. This course is designed like that. But if you have an impression or any expectation like to get complete ABAP, this is not suitable. This is required only for MDG consultants or who wants to settle down in MDG. So this, and again I'm telling, this covers the ABAP topics which are required for MDG consultants. Like for example, in ABAP we have script, smart forms, BDC, all these things, right? Those are not required for MDG consultants. So this course will not cover those kind of topics. And the course duration would be approximately 30 to 35 hours. So it will be in a very detailed way with real-time scenarios. And throughout the course, Anil is going to link the ABAP topics with MDG perspective. So if there is some concept he is explaining, so he will link how it will be useful in the MDG, how you can utilize that in the MDG space. That way, it will be very helpful for you when you get into the MDG project. So the course has been completely structured and well designed in that manner. So today is the demo, and the regular classes will be starting from the 17th onwards. The timings are from Monday to Friday evening, 9 to 10 p.m. IST. Just like my MDG course, the same way Google Classroom will be using for this course as well. You will get the daily class recordings, you will have the assignments, you will have the study materials and programs, everything. Now, over to you, Anil. So you can take over and you can start. And guys, so once Anil is done, then you can ask your questions if you do have any. Okay. Anil, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Venkat. Thanks for introducing me. Hey, hi everyone. Myself Anil. As Venkat introduced me, I have 15 plus years of SAP experience across modules of SAP. I started my career as a web pro consultant and then moved to ABAP HR and then to MDG. So as of now, I'm working as a solution architect at a leading MNC. So this is my overall experience, and welcome to ABAP for MDG training. This is majorly, to the folks who are like already into MDG and who are, trying to upskill their skill set to MDG technical. So what exactly this training covers, what exactly, the outcome of the training once you complete this training will be, you will be able to work on end-to-end MDG related objects. So if it is a MDG technical or MDG functional, as you might be, you people might be from MDG functional background, or probably you are trying to pitching into MDG career. If you see any MDG technical object, like enhance something standard feeder class, or and a data model extension by custom table, custom entity. So like this scenarios wherein we use the above concepts in our day-to-day life. So all those things will be covered in this training. For the demo purpose, we are just introducing SAP. As you all are from SAP background, we know what is SAP, what it does in the market, and exactly how exactly it changed the lives of the clients with its ERP solutions, which automated end-to-end across multiple modules. So before SAP, how the life of clients was, they were using separate boxes for every for finance, for HR. One software for one module was there in the market. When SAP came into market, it came with their ERP, which actually gave everything integrated. So this is what SAP and evolution of SAP, what exactly SAP did to the market, when it got founded. So all these things I'm just running through because as you all are from, SAP background. And what exactly, SAP's architecture, how it started from R2 to R3, how it started its, initial box in 1979 with mainframe, and then the present, the widely used R3 or the, present S4. So these are the things that are, evolution of SAP in last 4 decades, and we are currently in S4. But from MDG perspective, whatever we use, even though we call it as S4, we are actually working on R3 only. R3 or S4. The major difference will be we don't use the ADT ABAP, development tools for MDG. We don't need that. The ABAP which we use in MDG will be, the R3 level, ECC level ABAP only. So you all know this, three-tier architecture, presentation, application, and database. I'm not, going in deep. Okay, presentation is nothing but the GUI interface which user works on. GUI or Fiori, or for that matter, any WebDynpro ABAP UI or whatever it is. Application layer is nothing but the functions or the logic which we wrote to in order to work the, the program on the UI. And the database layer is nothing but to fetch the data. This is the layer which we use. Okay, this is the architecture of SAP. uh, and the core business modules are of MDG are MMSD, HR, PP, FICO, all these things. And our MDG solution actually deals with, MDG. We have MDG solution for F finance, MDG material, and SD and PP. They are more or less related to, material and business partner. And for HR, we don't have a solution, but we use our MDG, business partner to link our HR system. And if needed, we go for custom data model definitions and custom solutions for end-to-end MDG HR solution. So now, how exactly SAP modules work? What exactly it brought to the market? So I'm not deep diving into it because you all know before SAP, the sales order gets created in one system, and the information comes to them manually, and then they will check the inventory in another system. These were the days in before, 1994. And when SAP, came to market with ERP, so everything was integrated. And when the sales order is created in SD module, the MM module, everything, the inventory will be checked and goods will be received, and then, delivery, processing, shipping, and then invoice will be generated in FI. So one, end-to-end delivery and sales order creation to delivery and invoice generation, it actually used to take months before total procurement or everything. Now, when SAP, came to the market, it gave everything in the single box. You know it, right? In one ECC, you will see all these things. Okay. So this is how, SAP changed to the market, and the solutions and extensions, all these things we already know. So I'm just going through the course curriculum. This is what our course curriculum, and our regular classes will start from 17th September. Okay, the same time 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST, and duration we are, will be at least 30 to 35 hours of training duration will be there. There won't be any compromise on training duration. Every topic will be discussed detailedly and explained practically in the system. What exactly, we are going to cover in this introduction to ERP and SAP. And apart from that, what we'll be covering, what is ABAP? Okay, ABAP is a programming language developed by SAP. What exactly the purpose of ABAP? Okay, so SAP has given us a few standard solutions. In order to customize those solutions, we use ABAP. Okay, so as per the client requirement, or any total end-to-end custom solutions, if you have to build, in the standard existing boxes given by SAP, we use ABAP. And how many types of programs are there in ABAP, and what is the type of, what is the use of a program? What is a program actually? How do we create a program? Okay, what are the standard data types? So what are variables, keywords, operators? So what are controlling techniques, okay, loop controls, if statement, case statements. These are all actually come in when you write a, custom report or, something custom program or custom class, custom enhancement. So why exactly, what exactly, these things are needed for my MDG technical experience, okay, to work on MDG technical. If you have to extend a scenario wherein you have a UI on MDG UI in which you need to make one field read only based on situation, based on for one change request type. In that scenario, what exactly we do is we'll actually check what is the feeder class of this, and then the class we go for the class enhancement. In that, we use the data statement to declare a variable, and then we will check whether the change request type is the desired change request type or that. In this scenario, we use if statement. That if statement, if you learn here, you can use it in that real-time examples, okay, real-time scenarios. So based on the, if it is the change request desired, and if the change request step is correct, if it is requested or not, then I want to make one field read only. So we then what I do, I will loop over the, field structure, field symbol structures, and I'll read the, the field technical name. And if the field is that, then I make it read only. So in this one, real-time example, what are the things we are using? We are using loop control, we are using if statement, and we are using data variable declaration. Okay, and we are using a data type. The data type is for a change request type reading and change request type reading. So all these things we are using in one our MDG one real-time scenario. And the system fields are nothing but based on a statement that got executed previously. SAP returns few system fields, okay. They, for example, size of RC, okay. If the size of RC value, based on the size of RC value, we will programmatically know if it is 0, then okay, the previous operation ran successfully. If it is 4, then it went for error. In every scenario, whenever we write some operation statement in our program, we use our system fields. We read our system fields. Okay, based on the system fields, we proceed our coding. So that is when we use the system fields. And transaction code creation. Suppose you have developed a custom ABAP program in your project that is for mass maintenance of key mapping. Okay, we SAP has not yet provided mass maintenance of key mapping. So what exactly you do? First, you start with creation of program, and then what you do, you will write the logic for mass maintenance of key mapping based on the requirement. Once it is done, what exactly your user will ask is, I don't want to give this authorization to everyone. Please create a T code and then give the T code authorization in the security role. Okay, then what exactly you do is you will create a transaction code in C91, wherein you link that code with the program which you created for mass maintenance of key mapping. Whenever you open a SAP system MDG IMG, you open, right? That MDG IMG is a T code. Okay, NWBC is a T code, /UI2/FLP is a T code, which are shortcuts to the programs to execute those programs in the system. Introduction of object transportation, what is a package, what is a transport request, what is a workbench request, what is a customizing request, what is a TOC, transportation or transport of copies, how do we move our objects from one environment to other environments, how do we include the objects of one tier to other tier, how do we merge transport request, why exactly we have to merge tiers. Okay, everything will be explained in real-time scenario, step by step. Everything will be shown to you in the system, so that once you go from this training, and whenever there is a large chunk of tiers movement, you will be in a good position to merge the tiers or unlock the objects from the tier, and make it one bench of total one tier, and move the changes, so that you won't miss any objects and you won't get any dumps in the higher boxes. So in order to avoid all those things, will be explained step by step. And the next one is our ABAP data dictionary. What is exactly data dictionary? Okay, why exactly we used? What is data element? What is domain? What are custom tables, standard tables, views, structures, why exactly we use in day-to-day life, okay? What is primary key, what is foreign key, what is TMG, what is lock objects. All this will be covered, and everything will be explained with respect to MDG, okay? So if you see the search help in your MDG, when you click on material type, F4 help, you will see the F4 returning values, right? That is linked to the search help concept, okay? And if you see the dictionary tables, everything related to materials will be saved in Mara, or BP will be saved in BUT 000, or those tables, they are nothing but the tables in the standard. They are standard tables given by SAP, which saves the master data. And how do we create a custom table? Okay, how do we create a custom structure? What is the need of creation of structure? And how do we extend a structure with custom attributes? Why do we add custom attributes to the standard structure? If there is a requirement for data model extension with custom attributes in MDG, so what we do step by step, we actually extend, add those attributes in our MDG, and then we'll generate our structures. And then those structures has to be mapped to our S4 structures or ECC structures, wherein the data gets stored after the change request gets activated. If you this concept is covered, then definitely you will be able to work on MDG data model extension step by step, everything. And why do we create a custom table? If we are going for enhancing the MDG by a custom entity with list UIBP, in that scenario, which saves saves the data for 1 to n in a one for one material more than one entries. So lock objects is it is actually a common concept. Whenever you open a business partner in MDG, and the same person, if other person tries to open the same BP, they will get a lock error, right? So that how they get the error is, every table which has a key field, they will have a lock, for that key field, and that will be checked whenever anyone tries to edit. Okay, apart from the person who is editing. So the lock objects concept is related to that one. And why do we create custom lock object? Okay, there will be scenarios wherein few people create custom lock object. So this is what you will learn in data dictionary. And the next topic which you learn is internal tables. What is the internal table? What is the purpose of internal table? Okay, how many types of internal tables are there? What is a work area? Okay, internal table and dictionary table, S11 table. The difference is internal table is a table which is created for the runtime purpose in the program. This is just to, whenever you are trying to fetch the data from Mara table, you need some, some container to store the data. That container is nothing but a internal table in our ABAP. Okay, what is a work area? It is also same like internal table, but work area will contain only one row at a time. Okay, internal table is a table, and the operations on internal table, modifying the data at runtime in internal table. Okay, so how do we use this? Why do we use this? So like this, every topic will be explained with respect to MDG. And database operations, what are open SQL, select, insert, okay, the statements, why do we use it? Okay, select statement, if you want to read change request data at runtime, or scenarios wherein you don't have a standard class or standard method which gives you the data needed, and you will go for the standard select and table. So in that, if you want to read the data from the database, we use these statements, or read, or modify the data or delete the data. So why exactly we use? Okay, just now I explained one example, right? Mass maintenance of key mapping. In that scenario, mass maintenance of key mapping, suppose you are trying to maintain a key mapping for material yeah, material number M1 for 10 systems. So first what you do, you need to know the system IDs of the 10 systems. So in that scenario, for those 10 systems, you have to go to the one table which stores the system IDs based on the system names, and you will get that. And then what you do, you will build the logic in your program such that it will have the material number and the key value of the target system number and the system ID, and these three you will update into the main key mapping table which saves. which gets saved whenever you maintain a key mapping. So in this one example, what we are doing, we are using the internal table operations, and then we are selecting data for sales system IDs, and then we are building one internal table using, and then we are updating with the main key mapping table where we are saving, the data, the standard SAP key mapping data table where the data gets stored whenever you maintain single key mapping. And the debugging techniques, okay? So debugging is more important, right? Whenever you write a code, so how, if it is not working, you need to understand why exactly it is not working, okay? So how do you put a debugger? What is, external debugger? How do you put a debugger for the different user, okay? And how do you debug? Okay, what is a watch point? What are the techniques, okay, of debugging? So all these techniques will be, taught to you guys in this topic, debugging techniques. And the next concept is modularization techniques. So modularization techniques is, it is actually a beautification of the program. So what exactly, the caliber of the developer, how exactly measured is, how modularized is code based on that, the caliber of the developer is, measured. So if you are writing a piece of code continuously for 500,000 lines, then you will be called a bad developer. So modularization is like, cutting the code into pieces so that, it looks very beautiful and it looks readable. The code readability is more important, because even though you write or design one code, design one code, you will not be there for lifetime. So right, so anyone who comes and sees the code, it should be readable, it should be understandable for them, so that, if there is a issue related to that program, they can work on it. So modularization will come into picture in those scenarios. If you have a code which can be, reusable again in the later phases of the program, then we have to split that code and make it as a FM or method, and we have to call it again and again. It's That's how you have to go for modulation. You should not write the same code again and again. Okay, that is the main purpose of modulation. And report programming, the next concept. Okay, report programming, I already told you how, like, mass maintenance of key mapping example. So in this scenario, okay, you need to create a program, and you need to, create a selection screen based on some material number or whatever, for which material you want to maintain the key mapping, or a selection range for materials, so that, you can maintain the key mapping for based on one Excel file or something. So everything, will come into picture in a report. Okay, so how exactly you create a report? What are the types of report? Okay, what are the events of report? Which event is used for which purpose? Majority of you are from MDG functional background. If there is a, CR struck with error or something, we go for deletion of change request using a USMD underscore delete underscore C request program, right? So this program, okay, it is actually a report. Okay, it has a change request number as, say on the selection screen. If you give that same change request number and you execute it for delete, it will delete. So what is the main purpose of that program is, you know, it deletes the change request in the system. So what is the, mandatory parameter to execute that program? It is change request number. So how do, how exactly the error is thrown if the change request is initial? That is using the events. Okay, so these are the events based on which, the validations on the screen will be done, or, the based on the, user command, few things will be done. So if you want to see if your default values on the screen, these are the events you use. So every, topic, all these events will be explained clearly with one example. And what is selection screen? Why do we need a selection screen? Okay, there will be reports which actually don't have a selection screen, but selection screen is needed when user wants power to execute it. Okay, based on few parameters, or in that scenario, selection screen will come first, and you will give the, parameters that are needed to execute the program, and then the program will be executed using those parameters. The example is again the same delete change request report, wherein you give your change request number. Otherwise, you can't execute that program. And the next you will learn is ALV report. How do you create a ALV report? Okay, ALV is ABAP list viewer. It is nothing but whenever you search for material number or BP, you will see beautiful table down, right? Okay, if you are searching on the search screen with material type raw ROH or something, you will see 100 materials, right? So that is the ALV table. Okay, so ALV table is nothing but it is a downloadable table, okay, which gives you the report based on the parameters. Okay, ALV, if the report output is ALV, then it is a ALV report. Okay, how do we create a ALV report? How do we see the data in ALV? So all these things will be covered in this ALV report. The next topic is advanced ABAP. We'll see object-oriented ABAP, introduction of object-oriented programming, and what is a class, what is a instance, how do we access the methods of a class. Okay, what is constructor, what is static and instance. Okay, how do you instantiate a class, what is interface, how do we go for class enhancement. Okay, what is pre, post, and override exits. Okay, how do you call your class from programs, what is the use of it, all these scenarios. Okay, so if you see what is global class, what is local class. Global class is nothing but it exists throughout the system, whereas local class exists in only program where you create the class. How do you create a local class? Okay, so all these things will be explained with real-time examples. Okay, real-time scenarios, and calling the classes from programs. Okay, so SAP has given us standard classes which are used for a few purposes. So for suppose we have MDG APIs, wherein I can get the change request data by using a governance API class. Okay, I can read the entity, so I can write the data into entity. So these are actually provided by SAP. So what concept we use is how do we call a class from program? This concept we use in while calling the classes and while accessing the methods of standard program. If you have like you have created one custom class which is reusable, and the concepts that are that methods, that the main purpose of this class is to send email notifications during the runtime of workflow for all MDG change request types. So what exactly you do? You will do, you create one dynamic logic in class, in global class, and you create few methods, and you use these methods in either your in dynamic agent body or in your call system body of MDG. Okay, what is dynamic agent body, what is call system body. Okay, hope these topics will be covered in MDG by Venkat. But the thing is, as you all are from at least some 80 to 90% of the people are from MDG functional background. So they, so once once the real time example is given, definitely after this training, you will be able to work on designing the dynamic agent body, for mail notifications, or for determining the agents, or for that matter, sending the mail notifications after the change request is activated, or creating follow-up CRs after the main CR is activated. So all these all these things you will be able to work. The next topic will be again baddies. Okay, just now I told you, right? Baddie is a delivered as part of enhancement framework of SAP. Okay, so like we have MDG baddies as well. We have dynamic agent baddie, we have rule context baddie, we have CVI baddie, we have call system method baddie. So all these baddies are delivered by SAP. Okay, to enhance the MDG features as per the client need. So once, in order to work on those requirements, you should know what is baddie filter. Okay, why, what are the types of baddies, why, how exactly the baddie you gets called. So all these topics will be covered in baddies. So post this topic, definitely you will be able to create a baddie implementation. Next is message handling. We have validations and derivations in MDG, right? So on the UI, you wanted to throw, error message. So how do you do that? You actually create one custom message class, and you create the messages in that custom message class, and you call that message class in the validation body, and based on the condition, which message number you want to call, which message, whether you want to throw it as an error or information. So these things, will be done based on this top. And in the same way, I told you about delete change request report, right? If you are, executing that report without giving your change request number, it will say a change request number is mandatory. So how exactly that is done? That is also same like that. They will use a message class, and they will throw a error message based on that. Okay. So these messages can be translatable to, all languages. That is also will be covered. How exactly we use. So suppose you are working with a client who has they present in more than 90 countries. So you complete your program and you write the logic, but you wanted the error message to be visible to them in their language. So it will be a simple technique to maintain the translation for that message, and it will be showed to them based on their logged in language. And the next will be integration scenarios, okay, which is very, very important, right? So what is cross application, and what is RFC? What is the main purpose of RFC? How do you, call a RFC? The real time scenario for RFC is how exactly we do the config sync. Okay, suppose your MDG is a hub system, and you have upstream systems 3 or 4 and downstream 10 systems. Okay, and in your upstream system, if users are creating a plant or company code, that plant and company code must come and sit in your system, okay, MDG system, and it won't be done through any change request, right? It is because it is a customizing data. How exactly we do, there will be automation program which actually runs daily. The function module gets created in the systems, and it reads the data from those systems, and it updates the data in MDG using the RFC concept. So RFC is like if you want to call a function module which is existing in other system, in that scenario we use RFC. And what is BAP is, what is business object repository, what are the custom BAPICs, why exactly we use BAP is, if you are going for MDG extension with custom entity wherein list your ABB for MDG MDMA table. In that scenario, what exactly MRP area, what exactly we do for this MRP areas? Once the MRP areas gets created in your MDG list UIBB, we need to update the data in our backend, right? ECC or S4. So in that scenario, SAP has provided BAPIs for maintaining the material data, or few for that matter BP data also. So in that scenario, what we exactly do is we use those BAPIs to fill the data from our MDG, and we call those BAPIs after our change request is activated. So then what exactly it does? It will work as one logical unit of work, and it will update the data once our change request is activated. So in that scenario, we use our BAPIs. And the next concept is IDOC. What is IDOC? What is the architecture of IDOC? What is segment? What is outbound and inbound IDOC? Okay, how do we create a custom IDOC, and how do we extend IDOC with segment? How do we go for reduction of IDOC? Why do we need that? What is the scenario? What is the IDOC filtering? Okay, what is segment filtering? So all these are, we use it in our data replication framework to send our data to downstream systems, right? Once these topics are covered, you will be, able to troubleshoot data replication issues. And if there is a need to put, new filters to your replication model, you can do that. Okay, if there is a need to, integrate your system with another system, you can do that, and you can troubleshoot and monitor. Okay, IDOCs. And the next topic will be SOA services. As you all know, SAP is moving towards SOA services because of flexibility in integration with third-party systems and all systems. So now MDG business partner uses only SOA services. They don't use any IDOCs. Okay, so and MDG Finance also, SAP is pushing towards SOA services, and material also they released SOA services just 1 year back. per material. So SAP is slowly going towards SOA services so that it can integrate with any system easily. So what exactly is OVA service? What is service consumer? What is service provider? What is port? How do we integrate? Okay. How do we create a custom ABAP program and expose it as a service? What is the scenario? Why do we need these OVA services in MDG? Let me give you one example of custom scenario. Customer uses one special tool which actually gives you longitude and latitude based on the address. Okay, this longitude and latitude, they are very much specific because if it goes wrong, they feel that their business is gone wrong. In this scenario, to get the longitude and latitude, they are using one tool. Okay, let's call it as vertex. So how exactly we access this vertex and read that longitude and latitude and update it in our UI whenever the address gets changed? How do we do it? Okay, first we have to write the logic in our derivation body because we need to derive the values based on our address. And for vertex, we create one custom web service and integrate it with, and we call that custom web service with input parameters address related. And once that custom web service is pinged, we'll get the result. That result is longitude or latitude, and we will derive it. The next topic is application service server files handling. There are many clients who are using application server, for integration scenarios. Again, the example I'll tell you related to, MRP areas only. Few clients, what they do, they actually, whenever their MRP areas gets created in other systems, S4 systems, they push it to the application server of MDG. And what this MDG does is it reads the data from application server file daily and it will update the MRP areas in its table. The purpose is to maintain the synchronization between the systems. Okay, so the same concept can be used for customizing synchronization as well. Okay, there I gave the example of RFC, right? That is actually it works as a automation. Okay, daily it runs the job, it goes to the system real time using the function module and it reads the data and it updates. Whereas if we are going with application server, how exactly it works? Your downstream upstream system will save a file with the company code data that got created daily, and your MDG will read the file after that file is updated in uploaded in your application server, and your MDG will create the company code data in your MDG system. So in that scenario as well, application server files will be useful. And the next topic will be naming conventions, programming standards, ATC checks. Okay, so nowadays, every client is using their own coding standards and their own naming conventions. And majority of the clients are pushing for ATC checks. No priority 1 and priority 2 issues should be there when you go for ATC checks. Okay, priority 1 and priority 2 are nothing but they are very complex issues. If you don't fix, you might get dumps in future. So those kind of issues we need to address. So how exactly we do? What is the important of this? Everything will be covered in this one. Okay, and the last will be questions and answer session once the all these topics are covered. So this is how the training will be, and you will be learning all these topics practically. I will be showing on the in the system, and I will be giving assignments as well on every topic. You will learn, and if you face any issues daily, you can ask us. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Hi, Anil.
Yeah, hi.
In these topics, you also cover field symbols, like how field symbols will work,
Yeah. Field
and
symbols and
also
yeah. Work areas I told you, right? Internal tables and work areas. So in that concept only field symbol will
okay,
be. Yeah.
okay, and everything will be covered like modern ABAP, right?
This training is more related to MDG related topics only. So modern ABAP like ABAP on HANA, ABAP development tool and Eclipse, all these things will not be covered because that is needed for people who wanted to go for their career on only ABAP. Okay, this is more like
Mm-hmm.
if you are MDG guy or if you want to become a MDG technical, this will work. If you are a MDG functional guy, and once this training is done, you can call yourself as a MDG technical techno-functional consultant, and you can work on any MDG object.
Anil, I
Okay.
just want to add
Thank you.
one point, if you don't mind.
Mm.
Along, like Anil said, this course is mainly keeping non-ABAPers in mind. So for those who want to pitch into the ABAP, so first they need to learn the traditional ABAP. Then with the help of that, they can obviously learn the latest ABAP, like 7.4 or 7.5, whatever it may be. That is the agenda of this. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Anyone else has any questions? You can ask Anil.
Yes. Hi, Anil.
Yeah.
So, do we need to learn WebImpro and FPM also to understand?
No, no. So this is only related to ABAP. Okay, MDG for ABAP, ABAP
Okay.
for MDG, and the WebImpro or FPM actually will be covered in MDG trainings. Okay, wherein MDG, if you learn end-to-end MDG, right? Okay, this is morely
Okay.
focused on, as Venkat said, it will be more majorly focusing you are already you are a person from MDG functional background, or you want to build your career in MDG technical.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
once this thing is done, as you're from non-ABAP background, you will be able to work on MDG ABAP objects,
Okay.
MDG technical objects. Okay.
Hi, Anil. Thanks for the chance.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Most of the companies are using uh, O data along with IDOC and SOA service. Are you covering anything based on O
No, no,
data?
we are not covering OData because that is not, we won't use it in MDG. So that's why, as from the beginning, we are stretching. This is more like, the ABAP topics which we cover are related to MDG.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any more?
Hi, Anil. Yeah. Hi, Anil.
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
So, actually, I just started learning MDG also. So, what do
Okay.
you advise? Whether I need to, comfortable, familiar and comfortable with MDG first and then go ahead with this technical, or how can I start it actually? Or I need to start this first and go to MDG?
You can actually do both parallelly if you have like time. Okay. That is main important. And
Okay.
definitely, if you want to build your career in MDG as techno-functional, then this is
Okay.
must and should. Okay, you need to have the knowledge of all these things. Then only you will feel that okay, at least 80 to 90% of the things related to MDG.
So if
Uh,
a person knows both technical and functional, so it's like a complete package, like
yeah,
something like that.
you will be techno-functional, and after 1 or 2 years, you will become a MDG solution architect.
Okay, thank you, Anil.
Any more?
Anil, suppose if we read about the class enhancement, so are you
Mhm.
going to give us a real case scenario linked with MDG, like what will be the requirement and when we do the pre-exit or post?
Yes, yes. If you have to go for a make one field read only, so that is example of class enhancement only. Everything will be linked with real time scenario. I will give you one real time scenario why we do that, and I will give you assignment as well. Based on important topics or important objects which you get in your day-to-day MDG projects.
Okay.
So without a real-time scenario example, no topic will be covered. So only thing I'm afraid we won't be able to show is, most probably for SOA and majority of IDOC related things, because our training system is only one, and even if you try to learn them using multiple systems as well, we need to have the systems connected. So no institute provides that. That's why. But for that also, we'll give you enough examples so that you will understand clearly. Okay.
Yeah,
But apart
guys.
from that, everything will be clear, covered. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Like we are using the demo servers, even in our MDG also, I couldn't able to show you the multiple systems integration scenario, right? Because of the training systems limitations. So the same applies here as well, but Anil will be showing you the real-time scenarios with the proper screenshots and the test cases, everything, so that you would be able to apply the same knowledge in your projects. And in case if you do have any challenges or issues or doubts, you can be able to reach out. But we will try if we can bring in at least one system, but we can't assure on that. So last 3 minutes. Any other questions to Anil or me?
Hi,
So,
Venkat.
Yeah, hi Tani.
so IDOC and SOA, we will get some basics, but not.
No. Maybe you misunderstood. It won't be like basics. You will be getting everything, whatever shown in this course curriculum in a detailed way with
Okay.
real-time scenarios. But only the limitation is the multiple systems integration scenario. We can't be able to show you practically in the system. That's it. But
Okay.
you will get the detailed, clear understanding that we can
Okay.
assure.
Okay, so both IDOC and SOA.
So both.
But
Yeah,
at least
yes.
one practical example, I mean, you will be showing for understanding purpose, right?
Yeah, if possible, we'll show in the system.
It's
If
possible,
not, we
yeah.
will show you with the real-time documents,
Document, yeah.
proper test evidences and everything.
Okay, and there is no prior coding knowledge, and also will this training will be helpful
If
to learn
yeah,
the coding?
if you
understand?
have zero coding knowledge, also you can learn.
Yeah, this is for the main target is for them only.
Okay.
Hello, Venkat.
Yeah, Mayur.
Hello. Yeah, so actually about that server thing, you said that there won't be access for MDG. So suppose I'm implementing a body, then how can I test it?
So this course is not MDG. This course is ABAP, which is required for MDG. So you will get
Mhm.
server access for ABAP.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So that's it. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me. You have my number, and the next steps would be like the regular classes will be starting from 17th September onwards. The timings are from Monday to Friday, evening 9 to 10 p.m. IST. In case if you miss the sessions, you will get the class recordings. The course fees is 15,115, which includes the server access on S4HANA. Will get S4HANA 2023 server for ABAP, not for MDG. And once you make the fee payment, then you will be added to the WhatsApp group, just like how we follow for MDG. Same process is followed here as well. You will be added to the WhatsApp group, dedicated WhatsApp group, and you will get the Google Classroom. And Anil will be managing that WhatsApp group. He will be responding to all your queries and everything. And in case if you want to talk to me anything, you can reach out to me as well. That's it. I will be uploading the demo recording and will be sharing you that recording on tomorrow. And we'll be sharing this course content as well. And then we'll let you know the further steps. Thank you. Thank you very much for being patient and joining the demo. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.